And welcome back to the New England Job Show. My name is Brian Henchy. Again, today we're talking with people who have started their own businesses, and my next guest is Judy Parisella. Did I pronounce it even half right?
Parisella.
Parisella.
That's cool. No worries.
Beautiful.
No worries.
Judy Parisella. She was once described by the SBA as an entrepreneur with passion and spunk, and if you've worked with her, you know this to be true. Judy's from Massachusetts, but has spent the majority of her marketing career in Southern California, where she worked for worked as a corporate product marketing manager in the semiconductor industry. She served as operations and marketing director for a specialty pet food company and founded a successful military wire and cable service, serving the Federal Department of Justice and the Department of Defense. Today, back in Massachusetts, Judy is the executive director of a nonprofit she co-founded, Mojo to Go Community Civility Projects Incorporated, promoting civility in our communities. In addition, she's a marketing consultant to the small and mid-enterprise space, specializing in social media and search engine optimization. As she describes it, I like to show a client how to merge their flesh and online communities through TNA, that's trust and authority. So on March 28th, 2009, Judy became professionally unattached, and within 24 hours, she started to educate herself on social media, search engine marketing, and all that is online communities. Within a matter of months, she was sharing her knowledge with hordes of social media novices by way of workshops and has become a favorite throughout the region. The newly found skill set lead her to her present endeavor, and that's why she's holding a teddy bear, the creation of an e-commerce store representing a beloved consumable staple, Teddy Peanut Butter. BuyTeddyOnline.com has been open for business since December 1st, 2010, and already requires a daily order fulfillment. So orders have been shipped to California, Georgia, Nevada, New York, Ohio, and Kentucky, to name a few. Her goal is to have shipped to every state in the U.S. by Valentine's Day 2011. So, Judy, welcome back to the New England Job Show.
Thing, for goodness sake.
My God.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
No, I didn't butcher it too badly. So anyway, welcome back to the New England Job Show. Remember when we had you the last time. So tell me about your situation that led you to starting off on your own business with Teddy Peanut Butter.
It was, people say why, and it was one of those why nots. It was opportunity. I was able to identify, well, I should backtrack. Let me share the story.
Please do.
I was at a soccer game for my niece and nephew, and a relative happens to work for Teddy Peanut Butter. Went back to him within 48 hours, and after researching, finding out that in the United States alone, there's $1 billion business in peanut butter alone in the U.S. Exactly, that's what I said. I know. How insane is that?
Peanut butter.
So that's exactly. So that's when I thought I could probably live pretty comfortably just having a little slice of. Yeah, exactly. So I reached back out to him and I said, I'm serious. If you're willing to open the door, let me put a presentation together and let's see how quickly I can get this done. Within a matter of 2.5 or maybe a week and a half, I had a meeting with the president of the company. And again, although privately held, they're worth tens of millions of dollars. They've been around since 1927-ish, out of Everett, Massachusetts.
Well, I didn't even know it was a local company, and I just had Teddy Peanut Butter earlier today. So
as well, you should have. And I hope this instigated.
It's because I went to the website and I saw it, and then I was like, gotta have it. No, I'm kidding.
Your money's in the mail. So after I sat down and I went through a bunch of stuff with the executive director of the place and the vice president and senior vice president, they said, okay, for goodwill, we want to show goodwill. Let us try this. Not only did they let us try this, they permitted me to put my website link on their homepage, their Where to Buy Teddy page. Link those two things together. So from inception of this through to opening the store on 12/1, it was a 6-week process.
Wow.
Exactly.
You really dove right in there.
Big time. That's what we do.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was great.
So prior to all this, prior to your own business, tell me more about your background, your career. What exactly were you doing?
Didn't you hear enough of that kind of?
I really want to hear more.
The day, quite literally, within 24 hours of being laid off, What I elected to do was get into the social media. Kelly spoke of that prior.
Right.
Get into the social media, search engine optimization, e-commerce. I needed to better my chances on getting a job. And, you know, what better way to do it than the emerging technologies that are out there, right? How big it is, what's going on. So I took 5 workshops a week. I took paid workshops. Yesterday I was at Constant Contact, email marketing, social media, integration. It was a full-day boot camp. I'm still doing all of those things to stay current. Well, what I found was within 6 months of starting that process, I, for some reason, identified a need out there for people who are also in transition like myself. So the professionally unattached, they were unsure, the late adapters were unsure as to how to leverage social media for their job search. So I put a presentation together, and that led me to speak here earlier this year, as well as the Career Source, the Career Place, various other networking locations, as well as the Enterprise Center at Salem State University. I've done a gig at Bentley's alumni group, again, leveraging social media for the job seeker, in essence. All of these things led to encore performances, and it gave me the confidence. And since I had to keep up to date with exactly what was going on out there in the world of social media, e-commerce, that kind of thing, I was able to leverage all of that, and I really had the confidence and ego, admittedly, that I could do this. So when this opportunity for Teddy approached and literally fell in my lap, I thought, why not take these things, put it all together? There's so many resources out there that afforded me the ability to do this, some of which for free. So my startup cost, which I know is one of those questions, my startup cost was a whopping $500.
Wow.
Well, what I ended up doing, I've been selling some things on eBay through PayPal, that kind of thing, for a while, and just let the money sit there. So I literally transferred the funds. I did get a DBA. I did get a business license for the city of Chelsea. I did get a P.O. box and all of those fun things. So those particular costs, license fees and the like, were just about $250.
Okay.
Then I put an additional $500 in the brand new checking account. We became incorporate, all of that good stuff. And as a result of that, I needed those funds rather to set up Google checkouts, is what I elected to use for the merchant account.
So is that when somebody goes to the website for Teddy Peanut Butter that they see when you buy through the website? Running in the background is Google?
Yes, in fact, what I ended up doing, I'm not a code person. I could do the social media and work through a bunch of these things, but I need assistance on that. And I'm very visual. I don't do the code, the ones that I just not my thing. So I went to Intuit, which is a QuickBooks, right? I use QuickBooks already, so that was a software package I didn't have to buy. So I went to Intuit, who for small businesses has the ability to purchase a domain name through them. They'll host the domain for you, and you can even build a website through their templates, which was great. So I leveraged that. I then went to find a merchant account, which was Mercantech. It's free. They work with you on the code. They help fill out the code for you and with you. And then I went to Google Checkout, which was the other component, also free. What they do is charge based on your total dollar. So they take 2.9% of the total sale at that point. And they take care of all the requirements. Federal and state privacy code, when you're capturing any of this data online, there's some privacy codes that are enormous federally. State-wise, Massachusetts is one of the toughest ones out there. I don't have to deal with any of it. Google Checkouts manages all of it.
Beautiful.
So they made things very easy. And literally, the day before our official launch, I had a sale. It was a soft opening, and I didn't even realize it, and I had a sale. Exactly.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
I have been to the website, and I've seen that there's a little YouTube video about how they make peanut butter.
Sesame
so that's
Street did
free.
it.
Oh,
Sesame
really?
Street did it back in the 80s.
That's
it was
hilarious.
A kick.
Yeah, and then on top of it, right there on the website, you can go ahead and you can select what peanut butter that you want to buy. But and I think they range somewhere from what, $4 to $6 or whatever if you want to get the organic peanut butter.
It's $2.99 for the all natural. Thank you for this, by the way. $3.99 for the flaxseed, and
right, the flaxseed.
$4.99 for the organic. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right, excellent. Well, tell us also about what sort of lessons that you've learned thus far in setting up this company, and what's really amazed you.
It was one of the things, the why nots. I mean, the greatest thing about owning your own business is the worst thing about owning your own business. There's a lot of hours involved to getting this together. I mean, have been, especially at the onset of setting this thing up, as we had stated, 6 weeks to get it completely launched, website build, e-commerce, all that kind of stuff, as well as the marketing support, which I'm doing a lot of it through social media, as well as flesh communities. This is a perfect, I mean, what a great way to leverage, right? For me personally, as well as Kelly, to get the message out there. I mean, you indicate our website a gazillion times, which is totally awesome. Thank you for that.
Sure.
So we're leveraging traditional media, social media, new media, flesh communities. I actually dropped off a basket of teddies because I'm a sponsor of the Mega Tweet Up in Cambridge rather, tonight at the Microsoft Nerd Center. So I dropped off a big raffle basket over there, and I've got sponsorship on their, my logo is on their sponsorship page on their website. So you got to take the chance. I mean, you've got to have a support system. In my case, it's my sweetie. He supported me 100% through everything, the emotional side, you're really going to do this, what do you want to do, how far are you going to go, and setting up an exit strategy. So if things don't come to where I believe they need to be by the end of the first quarter of 2011, then there's an exit strategy, be it out of the business and or just a different way to approach the business.
So if somebody, I don't know, suppose anybody watching was thinking about starting up their own teddy bear peanut butter, and they also, or teddy peanut butter, and then they wanted to get going with doing this as well, what would they have to do to similarly get involved with this sort of project that you have if they were interested?
Peanut butter, teddy jammies, teddy bears, whatever the item is that somebody wants to sell online, there's a market out there. Perceived or otherwise, there's a market out there. You got to do your research first. Debbie Kelly spoke to this also. You've got to do your research first. You need to know what your market is. You need to know what your competition is.
Who is your competition, by the way? Who would
Market
you say
Basket.
Market Basket?
Shaw's. Any store that sells peanut butter. Skippy. Jif.
But you can also buy teddy peanut butter from them as
Yes.
well, right?
So they would be my indirect competition. My direct competition would be your open marketplaces, Amazon.com. Sears just opened up an open source marketplace, if you will. So anybody and everybody can go and sell these products through some of these marketplaces. Those would be direct competition. So mine has to be done based on building community in an organic sense. You know, it's taken the, as I stated earlier tonight, it's taking the Lillian Vernon catalog approach to things. It's customer service. It's building community on an organic basis. It's the word of mouth.
Tell me about the customer service piece. What sort of issues do people find when buying peanut butter? What sort of problems?
Well, it's not just the whole, it's not the peanut butter thing, it's how easy is a site to navigate. It's the customer experience.
Well,
now, you, Brian,
beautiful thing about your website is it's very easy to use.
Extremely
it's very
intuitive.
simplistic.
Exactly.
So.
And what I actually ended up doing I had my niece and nephew actually take a look at the site first. And they're, 10 years old. Can they point and click? Can they get to where they need to get? And to your point, we have that Sesame Street video, which is a kick in the pants, right? A gentleman by the name of Barry Green found this great MP3 song that was done back in 1961 that we put up there too. And you know,
I'm sorry, but we're out of time.
Oh.
I'm terribly sorry, Judy.
prattle on nonsensically, no worries.
Yeah, but thank you so much for joining us, Judy Parisella, and thanks for coming on.
Bye, Teddy. Online.com.
ByTeddyOnline.com is the website. Thank you for joining us here on the New England Job Show. My name is Brian Henchy. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
It was a kick.